Hi everyone, I'm here with a general reading for you. Welcome to Snowfell Cinema, where we only show the most premium of movies, most premium of films. I'm gonna start working on an introduction, so if you have any feedback, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna do something a little differently today. I think I have the idea of maybe, we'll see. I guess I'll do the same thing. I was thinking about maybe having the main character represent you, as the viewer. But I think I'll keep it open-ended so that even if this video doesn't resonate, maybe you can still enjoy the movie. Okay? I hope you all are having a wonderful day. It's beautiful out today. I hope it's beautiful where you are. I'm sure it is. Quiet today, isn't it? I think it's nice. I think it'd be nice to have one more. Right now I have Sailor Moon in my head for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe that means something to you. Maybe that will be an indicator for our reading. Maybe I'll have a Sailor Moon episode example. Sailor Moon is a very interesting film series, but I won't go. Sorry, that was my phone.
The Find My app is not installed on this iPhone. You can
My phone is looking for a little bit of attention, which is kind of crazy since I carry it everywhere with me, so maybe I should spend more time talking to it. I don't know. How do you guys raise your phones? Do you give them a lot of attention, or do you let them self-soothe? And, is it similar to your other devices, how you raise your other devices? How you care for them? Make them feel safe and such? Our genre of today is represented by the Eight of Cups, and the eights are all about impulse. So impulsively emotional. So this might be a finding yourself type of movie. This could be a little bit of whiplash. This could be an emotional roller coaster. This could be a movie that has you leaving the movie theater a little bit like, what do I do now? Our main character today is going to be the Child of Pentacles. So this could be an actual child or someone who is youthful in a positive sense or immature in a negative sense. this is someone who may have value or is looking for value. This might be a story about what value means. This might be something as simple as a younger character who has money giving a little bit like Richie Rich. If you've ever seen it, I'm sure you can Google it or watch some clips on YouTube if you're really interested in older animated television shows. Under the Child of Pentacles, we have the Adolescence of Cups. So this is someone who is motivated by, let me break this down a little bit for you guys. How I am now reading the pages, knights, queens, and kings are, respectively, child, adolescent, adult, and elder. The children of the decks, of the whatever they are, of their suits, are going to be represented with the personality trait of openness. So, due to children's ability to absorb lots of lessons or skills really quickly. For the adolescents, we have the character trait that's going to be most representative for them is going to be extroversion, because they're all about expressing themselves, getting into trouble, rebellion, and asserting their self-identity. For the adults, it's all or queens. It's all going to be about agreeableness. This is when you start finding your place in the world. This is when you make compromises, agreements. You join the community. You become part of you become a part of society. You get absorbed into it. You start participating in it. For the kings or the elders, it's going to be the personality trait of conscientiousness, and that's all about organizing a routine. This is a trait of practice. This is a trait of consistency. This is where we're going to get our practical wisdom, all that stuff. So if you see a page, that's a child. If you see a knight, that is a adolescent. If you see a queen, that is an adult, and you see a king, that is an elder. All right, we're not doing genders on this channel here. How you read it is how you read it. If you see a page and you're like, oh yeah, I mean, pages well, I won't go into all that. I won't go all into that. At least not right now. If you have any questions about what I was going to say, please leave it in the comments. I'll be glad to fill you in. Anywho, so the Child of Pentacles, Pentacles representing conscientiousness in itself, due to its stability, it's tactile, material, tangible. So this is someone who is open to the idea of value. So this is someone who is learning what value is, and they are learning what value is in a kind of like romantic sense, due to the adolescence being extroversion and the cups being in agreeableness. So this is going to be someone who wants to express their willingness to harmonize or compromise or be a part of a group or relationship, whether that's family, familial, or friends. So this is someone who is, this could be a rather romantic person. So this is someone who sees value as how romantic you could be, possibly, how passionate you could be. Right above the Child of Pentacles, we have Temperance and the Magician, and that's all about, wow, that's interesting. This combination is suggesting someone who is like learning, researching, trying to understand, and applying some of these skills. So this is someone who, like, this is kind of giving me the genre of the movie is shaking me up. I'm a little shook about how this is going to end. A little wary, if you will. But this is giving me someone who is like, yeah, this is someone who's getting gotta want to say this. This is someone who is gathering their intel and trying to act on it. This is giving me a little bit like when someone, like if you, I don't know if you ever had this phase, or if, you know, if it's more than a phase for you, but have you ever looked up a, sorry, if you, have you ever looked up a, like, how to do this spell, you know, something like that, like you're the beginner witches Google search kind of thing. It's kind of giving me someone who's like, oh, let's do this spell for money, and then so they get a jar, they put some stuff in it and they bury it or something like that. That's what it's giving me. Above all of that, on top of all of that, so where I think a lot of this research is coming from is going to be coming from the Elder of Wands. So the Elder of Wands is someone who is conscientious and willing to put in the effort to do that, is going to exercise this. This is someone who has a plan and is, or has a routine and now wants to share it with other people. This is someone who wants to tell other people how to do things. This is very, you know, it's very ruler. It's very, this is to exert your wisdom onto other people, your routine, your personal lifestyle on other people. This could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what the lifestyle is. We can get some confirmation on that later. So I think that the Child of Pentacles is gathering information that has been like kind of well established, I suppose, which is troublesome to me, depending on where this is located. I'm always imagining, I mean, it's a movie, so Hollywood, so America, so, you know, it's a little bit worrisome, but we press on. As we go back down past the Magician and Temperance, we'll have the Eight of Pentacles and the Sun, another 8 to go along with the genre here. Eights are all about impulse. A lot of we've been talking a lot about impulse lately, but this impulse is going to be in conscientiousness. So this is someone who like can't avoid a routine, has to stick with it. Like this is a very rule-abiding individual. And then we have the Sun, which is like the promise of goodness. Now how did I have this? I had the Eight of Pentacles under the Magician, or under Temperance. Sorry, things got mixed up. Under Temperance, so this is someone who's like heavy addicted into like learning the rules. This is heavy, heavy addicted into learning the rules. This is someone who is, it's kind of giving a little bit like law, also like, well, you know, with, it could be law and with, well, no, I wouldn't say it's law. The adolescence hasn't gotten to that level yet. This is a person who likes a how-do. They look, you remember WikiHow? is that still a thing? Do people still do that? If you have a question, has it been replaced with AI? WikiHow used to be where you go, like you could type anything. Like, how do you do this? And it would likely be a WikiHow on how to do it. Like how to get over a cold, or how to change a filter in your car, or how to clean dirty water, or how to get an A on your final exam. There was a WikiHow for all that, and it being under the temperance card suggests that they love a WikiHow. This might be someone who might be addicted to AI, which 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 you it's so hard to be a person with opinions. It's so hard to be a person with opinions. Um, um, anyway, under the magician, we have the sun. And so this is someone who enacts things and is expecting the best. This is someone who, like, again, this is like our main character could be on the spectrum a little bit. This is someone who, or at least hasn't learned that, well, I mean, this is someone who, well, I want to say that this person is optimistic with the sun here. But it does seem like this character feels like the world is like, well, this is a very trusting individual, I'll say. This is someone, like, again, if you are like addicted to AI, if you resonate with that, if you're addicted to AI, it's just a conglomeration of information, and nothing really, it depends on itself to fact check. So it could be telling you things, and it could be telling you things and got it mixed up. There's been lots of like, well, again, it's so hard to be a person with opinions. Um, yeah, this is someone who, like, you know, you could describe this person as gullible. You could describe this person as trusting. You could describe this person as, this you could describe this person as feeling like the world has their back. This is someone who, this could be like, if our main character was in a higher age range, although they could be interested in what I'm about to say, but if it was a higher age range, I could easily say, like, this is someone who watches the news and takes it word for word, without checking to see if they are being influenced in some way, or this is someone who takes the information and runs with it, we'll say. On the side of them absorbing all this information, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Adolescence of Wands. So the wands also describe extroversion, and so in the adolescent is also extroversion. So this is someone who this is someone who might be demanding on what they think life should be with this Ten of Cups. Like, they might be a little bit insistent on what the end goal is. They might be a little insistent on what the end goal is in a material sense, which is something I have an opinion about. Which is something that I have an opinion about. But I won't tell you how to live your life because I don't want to exercise this adolescent of Wand energy. Because this adolescent of Wand energy, again, this seems like a stickler for the rules. This is someone who, when they get mad, they get mad. When something doesn't make sense to them, something doesn't make sense to them. And it's not like it's not like it doesn't make sense to them and they take the time to process that information or try to figure out why it is it doesn't make any sense to them. They get mad at everybody around them. This is someone who yells and screams and throws a fit. This is like, a teenager's tantrum. This is a teenager's tantrum. This is a teenager's tantrum. And I think that they picked this up from this Elder of Wands energy. This is this is someone who's really picked up on that conscientious energy and that extroverted energy. This is like a strickler. This is rule. This is like, if you think about it, conscientious and extroverted, insisting, demanding. It could be even tyrant, like tyrannical, if you will. On the side on which they feel optimistic and they're exercising the things that they learn, they have the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords. Twos are all about decisions, but the decision is the thought of the Six of Swords, and Six of Swords is return. So this is someone who this is giving me really, really, this is giving me really like, this is someone who values the good old days. This is a very interesting individual. This is someone who's really picked up on some past habits and they think that they should be everyone's value system. This is someone who wants to this is someone who wants to this is someone who wants to change people's minds. This is someone who thinks that they can get people back on the right track. And I would be all for this if it was maybe this is a positive sense. Maybe this is I would say this is a positive sense, but there's no... It's just giving a little bit... It's giving a little unbalanced. There's not a lot of cup energy. This is about... How do I want to think about this? I guess the only thing that I do have a problem, well, do I need to have a problem with it? No. No, I don't. Do I just need to read this and post this video? Yeah, I guess so. You can use your discernment to decide whether or not this seems like a good person or a bad person. Someone you resonate with or someone you don't resonate with. Something you can get behind, something you can't get behind. That's your choice. It's all your choice. And I guess that's what the moral is so far, is to let other people have a choice. This is like someone who doesn't want other people to have a choice. I feel like that's a good lesson in itself. Like even if you think that what you're saying or teaching or advising to the world is good, you always have to remember that they have a choice. Free will exists. You don't have to like. No one has to listen to you. You could have gone to the edges of the earth and found the secrets of the universe and brought them back to your village. Doesn't mean they don't have to listen to you. They don't have to read the tablets that you brought down from the mountain. They don't have to hear the story about the burning bush, you know? And that's fair. And that's fine. No one needs to do, like, if we all did the same thing, I don't know. So I guess some people think that would be good. I think at one point I thought that would be good, but I think that I guess I understand when people say like, this is a very interesting. Let's pull some more cards for my traditional Rider-Waite deck. I mean, this is definitely giving me someone who's telling other people what to do. Yeah, here at Snowfell Cinemas, we don't really like that too much. We don't really like telling people what to do. We like providing information so that people can make their own decisions. I think this person has good intentions for somebody. Probably for someone like them, which is usually where goodness, I mean, maybe is a lesson to think about how what the goodness that you want to see in the world is kind of just for your own eyes, I suppose. Which is, if you watch the Hunger Games and you watch the whole thing and get to the end where the gray lady kind of shows up and she's like, oh, we gotta defeat evil President Snow, but then she spoiler alert, she wants to continue the Hunger Games and be an oligarchy as well, so good intentions, I suppose. But her good intentions went from good intentions to revenge. She had an idea, she ran with justice, which I think is a lot like, not that this card represents justice, but like the good intention. I feel like the adolescence of Cup is good intention. Yeah, it's good intention, but it looks like the track that they went here in this movie is a little bit like, yeah, and I guess maybe that's the reason why we got the Eight of Cups as our genre, because it is kind of giving me a little bit like, well, what do we do now? you know? What do we do now? what else do we need to? Well, I don't ask questions. I kind of just turn my brain off or just distract myself with something else, pay attention to something else. Someone told me that when a card falls on the ground, it means something, like confusion or something like that. But we got the devil card to do that, so that's interesting. I'm not gonna take these for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like one card at a time today. Got the Two of Cups. I'm just gonna place them down and I'll read them off as I interpret them. I'm gonna just take this one. I mean, okay. I was gonna say I don't mind just stopping at 3 cards. Let's do. I like to put them in places where I can read the cards under them too. I think that's it. Okay, so it does seem like that we'll start with the Page of Swords to represent the Page of Pentacles. So again, the Child of Swords to represent the Child of Pentacles. And the Child of Swords is very, like, both traits, being the child and being of swords, is connected to openness. So this is someone who, is absorbing a lot of information. This is someone who takes information and is like, okay, yeah, totally. That's exactly true. I don't have to question that. This is someone who, takes in information unfiltered. And with the Devil on the side of where we have the tantrum and learning all this information, that's where we have the Devil. And be careful what you listen to, I suppose, is the moral of the story. Be careful what you're open to. Question authority, question information, do more research. This is kind of like why AI is a little bit like dangerous, I guess, because if you get used to it, you won't second guess it, and then whoever the powers that be, if they can, they can. They've already proved it with what Twitter's Grok or whatever, this stupid sounding name. It's fucking stupid. Promoting only certain information. Like if there's a way to control what information is given in the AI, then best believe someone will figure that out and get enough money in order to have influence over that, and then everyone else is kind of like, and they won't tell anybody, like, hey, we're just gonna give you this information for this searching tool. If you want to clarify some things, please use some traditional Google searching or whatever. Man, this is a tiring reading. This reading's tiring me out. We also have the Two of Pentacles above all of this. So I think this is, again, like what I was saying before, like, balance the things that you think are important, I suppose, what values you have. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket is giving me. That's exactly what this is giving me. This is giving me, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Um, on the opposite side of the devil, where this person is really optimistic, we have the Two of Cups. So this is a person who thinks that if we just listen to the rules that we've been given, everything will be fine. And we don't have to question anything. We just have to follow the rules. Why isn't everyone following the rules? This is like, this is someone who drank the Kool-Aid. And like, they didn't have a cup of Kool-Aid. They had the whole picture. They said, "Oh yeah." they like, "Oh yeah, give me this." You know what's crazy about that too? You know all the chemicals and shit in there. Anyway, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's '90s childhood over here. Just because mine is in shambles doesn't mean yours has to be. And above all of that, we have Judgment. So this is someone who is like really. This is someone who's very intolerant of other people doing their own thing. This is someone who's really intolerant of other people doing their own thing. They don't think that should happen. You know, and it's so crazy because I feel like at one point I felt like this. And it is crazy the journey you go through, to be honest with you. I really did think that we all could live well, similarly. If we all did this, if we focused on our foundation, we would have something good that we all could live off of and stuff like that. But nah, we're all humans. We all have free will. I can't tell you to give up anything you don't want to give up, even if it is killing you and everyone around you and affecting me in a negative way. I guess all I can do is try to avoid you. And yeah, I mean, so that might be a little moral of the story too. Is it's not a if you can't beat them, join them. It's a, if you can't beat them, leave them. I guess you should change it from if you can't beat them, join them to if you can't convince them, leave them. Yeah. Which is kind of an interesting thing to think about too, because isn't convincing people just another form of having someone drink the Kool-Aid? Is my wanting to protect fresh water and telling you about it me trying to influence you into the cult of saving fresh water? You know, like, and should I just announce that, hey guys, I am a beginner cult leader. I'm literally telling you this. This is literally me speaking to you. I'm a beginner cult leader, and I believe in protecting fresh water, not just for people, but for all living creatures. And this is my way of indoctrinin. I'm gonna name my son that. Indoctrinin Snowfell. Mark my words. Mark my words. Yeah, so yes, these little videos are meant to convince you to join my cult and preserving the natural world for future generations to partake in. I am not trying to be sneaky about it. I am not trying to run up round about it. I'm not saying that this is going to promote a luxurious and most beautiful lifestyle just because I live one. You know, the subtle symbolism you see around me it is a peripheral influencing tool to get you to at least watch this video so that you might hear the words. Instead of peripheral is very direct. I think that's a word to say. My direct influence is the words I say and speaking on relationships and the natural world and all my other romantic nonsense. So Please do not be fooled. I am trying to convince you of something. So if you do not wish to be convinced, please move on somewhere else that aligns more with you. If you are looking to be convinced, or you already feel like this is going to be a clarification or reassurance for something that you do value, please continue to watch this. If you want this video to find other people who might resonate with this on a natural level, or you think would be willing to be influenced for this particular goal of ours, I suppose, if you're still watching this at this point, please like, share, and write something, anything, a complaint, a compliment, a question, a statement in the comments, to get this message out to those who already know the message, or or in hopes to convince other people to listen to this message. This video was very tiring. This video was very tiring because very much like this Eight of Cups, because what do I do about that? What do I do about people whose idea of freedom of expression is polluting the river that lives near me? You know? So, well, anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's beautiful outside. Oh man, it's really hard to be a person with opinions. That might mean something to you. You might be like, yeah, it is beautiful outside. So I could go and say, hey, maybe go outside and enjoy the weather. Please don't make me feel like, please don't feel like I'm pressuring you. You do not have to go inside. In fact, you can do the opposite. You can use me as a catalyst for your spite if you want to. And instead of going outside, you can go down to the basement and, I don't know, dig a hole in there and get even deeper into not being outside, whatever it is. If you hate this video, you hate me, or hate anything I have decorated in my background, then please go outside and pollute some water if you want to, I don't know, or support a company that will do that, or whatever it is, or just spit on the screen if you want to, whatever, or kiss it. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna react to this. I'm just talking to myself, I guess. Well, I'm gonna have a wonderful day, and if that makes you feel good or makes you feel bad, I don't know what to tell you. All right, bye.